Good morning, everyone. Today is Friday, September 11th, and we will be doing a class that works the shoulders, hips, and knees. Shoulders, hips, and knees tend to have a lot of pain in them because they are the largest joints in the body. And we put a lot of pressure on these large joints, especially if you are a runner or a rower or a cyclist. So these joints all need a lot of help and a lot of lubrication. So in this class today, we'll be working on some flexibility to increase the flexibility in the knees, the hips, and to help strengthen the shoulders. So if you have a pillow or block, make sure you go get it right now because you're going to need this pillow or block to help you if you have some limited mobility issues in your hips and knees. So keep that pillow nearby, and almost all yoga poses that we do really do help stretch the hips and the knees and the shoulders. Now, some people really don't like downward facing dog. Downward facing dog can be a challenge, especially if you have a weak upper body. But today we're going to work on downward facing dog so that you can do it safely, effectively, and in a way that will help increase the flexibility of your shoulders and to help increase the strength of your arms and your upper back. We'll be doing some hip stretches, standing and seated, and we'll be doing some deep knee bends. Now, if deep knee bends are difficult for you, like I said, make sure you have that pillow ready, and you can always modify it. And I'll show you some modifications that will help you get through this practice. Remember, this is more of a restorative practice than it is a rigorous practice, so we'll be doing a lot of therapeutic type moves. So if you're ready, let's get started. Come to a seated position on your mat. Rest your hands on your knees and close your eyes. Begin to inhale through your nose, filling your lungs completely. Hold it for a moment and exhale through the nose like you're trying to fog a mirror. Good, let's do that again. Inhaling through the nose, fill the lungs completely. And exhaling through the nose like you're fogging a mirror. Now let's take long, deep breaths. I'm going to count to 4 using my hand for each inhale, and we're going to have a nice steady exhale counting to 4. So when you inhale and exhale in yoga, you don't want the inhale or exhale to be uneven. And what I mean by that is that when you inhale, you don't want to be like, you want it to be slow and steady so that the air is continuously moving into the lungs at a steady, even pace. And then slowly the same thing as you exhale. A nice controlled exhale, letting that breath move out of the lungs, out of the body at a steady, even pace. So close your eyes if they're not closed already. Relax your shoulders. Inhale through the nose, breathing for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale through the nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that is how you should breathe in any yoga practice. It's in and out through the nose. It is loud. It is a warming breath. And if your mind starts to wander throughout the practice, you get a little distracted, thoughts come into your mind, let it go. Go right back to the sensation, the sound, and the controlling of the breath. And that's where yoga as a physical activity, our asana practice. So the asanas, or the postures, are different from other forms of physical activity. I know in swimming you have a controlled breath. In yoga you have a controlled breath. But the controlled breath is more of a choice, where in swimming it's a necessity. Okay? So we're going to start with our stretches. Continue your breathing throughout the rest of your class. Let's do some gentle shoulder openers. Let's inhale, sweep the arms out and up, palms together. Look at your thumbs. Exhaling, bring the arms out and down. Good, let's do it again. Flip those palms. Inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Flip the hands, inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Take your right arm, bring it across the body. Bring your hand to your tricep. Look over your right shoulder. Now this is a gentle stretch for the shoulder. If you want to go deeper, go ahead and grab between the wrist and elbow and pull your arm to the left as you turn your head to the right. Deep breathing with sound for 1. Breathing for 2. Breathing for 3. Exhale and release. Inhale, take your left arm across your body. Pull the arm in towards the chest with your right hand. And if you want to slide your right hand down between the elbow and wrist, go ahead and pull. Look over your left shoulder. 3 deep breaths. Breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. Breathing for 3. Good. Exhale and release. So now we've done a gentle stretch for the shoulders. Let's do a gentle stretch for the hips. Bring the bottoms of your feet together. I know we're not very warmed up, so don't expect your body to do a lot right now. Towards the end of class, you'll notice a little bit more mobility. Bring the thumbs to the arches of your feet. Press your elbows gently into your legs, thighs, or calves. Inhale, straighten your spine, pull your belly towards your feet, and exhale. Try to fold forward as you gently put pressure into the legs with the arms to open those inner thighs, those hip sockets. Look towards the front of your mat. Keep pressing down firmly, but not too hard. Breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. Breathing for 3. Inhale and slowly come up to a seated position. Good. Let's bring the legs back into a cross-legged position, but this time switch them from where they were seated so it feels incorrect to you. So we're just switching the legs, and we're going to work the shoulders a little bit more as we stay here in a seated position. So let's inhale, bring the right hand up, bend your right arm and bring the palm of your hand behind the neck or down to the middle of your back. Inhale, take your left arm up and grab your right elbow. Keep your head lifted, almost like a slight arch in your back, and fold over to your left side as you turn and look up to your right side. Breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. And breathing for 3. Inhale, come up. Exhale, release the arms down. Let's do the other side. Inhale, bring your left arm up. Exhale, bend at the elbow, placing the palm of your hand on your neck or back. Take your right hand, grab your left elbow. Inhale, lengthen, sit up nice and tall. Exhale, fold over to your right side. Turn your head slightly to look up to your left. That's really going to give you a better stretch in that shoulder. Breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. And breathing for 3. Inhale, come up. Exhale and release. Good. We're going to do some gentle stretches for the outer sides of the hips, more like the glutes or where the lower back meets that hip socket. So with your left leg on the ground, knee bent, Walk your left foot forward so that it's parallel to your front of your mat. Take your right foot, put it on your left knee, and put your left knee on top of your right knee on top of your left foot. So when you look down, you see a triangle. This right knee might be up really high if you have really tight hips. You can also put a pillow here to support it, giving you a little bit of extra cushion. So with your legs like this, we're going to bring the hands forward and we're just going to slowly walk the hands forward. There it is. Do you feel that deep stretch on the outside of your right hip? Walk your hands as far forward as you can. Inhale, take a deep breath, lift your head. Exhale, walk your hands a little bit farther away as you look towards your fingers. 3 breaths here. Breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. Breathing for 3. Inhale, lift your head, walk your hands back up to center, and we're just going to simply switch sides. So make sure your right shin is parallel to the front of your mat. Take your left foot, put it on your right knee, and your left knee should be on top of your right foot, looking down to make that triangle. Bring your hands forward. Good. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, gently walk your hands forward and feel that stretch in the outer side of that left hip. Maybe you notice that one side is a little bit more flexible than the other. That's totally normal. If we were meant to be completely even, we'd eat and write, we'd all be ambidextrous equally, but we're not. We're all a little off balance. So we want to use yoga to get us as in balance as we possibly can. Breathing for 2. And 3. Good. Inhale, slowly walk your hands up, and we're going to release the legs and roll forward onto the hands and knees. Again, if you need that pillow or you need to roll up your mat for some softness underneath your knees, go right ahead. So we're going to walk the hands towards the front of your mat. See how my hands are in front of my shoulders? Good. But my knees are still underneath my hips. Curl your toes under. This is it. We're going to take our first down dog of the day, and I'm going to talk you through it if it's not your favorite pose. So before we move, I want you to look at your hands and spread your fingertips as wide as you possibly can. Press down through the index finger. So you want to press down through here. You want to press down through here because people tend to lift or cup their hands and put all the weight to the outer edge of their hands, which puts undue pressure on your elbows. So spread those fingertips wide. Press through the index finger and thumb. Curl your toes under. As you lift your knees, push into your hands and straighten your legs. You can walk your feet maybe an inch or 2 towards your hands. Now this, a lot of people do this, right? They put too much pressure on their shoulders. It's very uncomfortable. Most of the weight should be in your legs. So keep pushing into the mat. And you're going to bring your head between your arms and you want to bring your chin to your chest. There it is. Feel that in the shoulders. Work your belly to your thighs. Gaze towards your navel. 3 breaths. Breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. And 3. And as you're finishing that third exhale, slowly walk your feet up so they're between the hands and bring your feet together so the feet are touching. Inhale to look forward as you reach your fingertips to the earth. Exhale, bow your head to your knees. Inhaling, stand all the way up, palms together, look at your thumbs, and exhale, bring your hands to heart center. So I always like to, sometime at the beginning of class, do some sun salutations. Sun salutations warm up the body so that we can get deeper into these stretches. It also, because they're flows or vinyasas, breath with movement, it gets that breath started into a rhythm that works for you. So let's inhale through the nose, hands up, palms together, look at your thumbs. Exhale, fold forward, bring your hands to the mat, bow your head to your knees. Inhale, look forward as you reach to the earth. Exhale, step back to a plank position, knees, chest, chin to the mat. Good, point your toes, bring your hands back down by your ribs. We're gonna move into upward facing dog. Notice how my elbows are at a right angle. Good, inhale, press into the hands, straight arms, arch your back, lift your head, look up. If you can go deeper, lift your legs, toenails on the mat. 3 breaths, breathing for 1. Drop those hips, stretch the front of those hips. 2 and 3. Drop the legs, curl the toes, lift the butt, press back into down dog for 3 breaths. Breathing for 1. Press through that index finger and thumb. Breathing for 2. Breathing for 3. As you finish that third exhale, step or walk your feet up between your hands. Inhale, look forward as you reach to the earth. Exhale, bow your head to your knees. Inhale, stand all the way up, palms together, look at your thumbs. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's do that again, a little bit more smoothly. Inhale, sweep the arms up, palms together, look at your thumbs. Exhale, hands to the floor, bow your head to your knees. Inhale, look forward, stepping back quickly to a plank position, and exhale, lower. Knees, chest, chin if you need to. Inhale, come right into that upward facing dog. Exhale, move right into downward facing dog. Again, pressing the heels down, lifting the hips, chin between the arms, looking toward your navel. Spread your fingertips wide for 1. Breathing for 2. Breathing for 3. As you finish that exhale, look forward, step your feet up between your hands. Inhaling, half lift. Exhale, head to knees. Inhale, stand all the way up. Palms together, look at your thumbs, and exhale, hands to heart center. Now we're gonna add some lunges to work the hips and knees. Inhaling, hands up, palms together, look at your thumbs. Exhaling, fold forward, head to the knees. Inhale, look forward, step your left foot back. You can stay in runner's lunge or you can bring the knee down. Good, and wiggle your right foot forward so your right knee is directly over your ankle, but your left knee is way behind your hip. Inhale, crescent pose, palms together, look at your thumbs, hold here. Bend that front knee, open that left hip as much as you can. Breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. And a little bit more. Ring out that right hip. And 3. Exhale, hands to the floor on the inside of your right foot. If you're not in a runner's lunge already, come into that runner's lunge. Lift the head, hold here for 3 breaths. If you want a deeper hip stretch, come down to your forearms. Breathing for 1, look forward. Breathing for 2. And 3. With the hands where they are, or if you're on your elbows, come up to your hands. Inhale, send your right leg back to plank. Bring your left hand under your shoulder. Exhale, lowering down to that chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. Look forward, step your left foot up between your hands and bring your right knee down. Inhale, come up to crescent pose, palms together, look at your thumbs. Bend that front knee. You may need to wiggle your left foot forward. Really stretch open the right hip and try to wring out the left. 3 breaths. Breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. And 3. Exhaling, hands to the floor. Inhaling, lift that right knee up or come on down to your elbows. 3 more breaths here. Look forward. Breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. And 3. Inhale, take your left leg back. Place your left hand under your shoulder. Exhale, lower down to chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Exhale to down dog. Hold here for 3 deep breaths. Push into the mat. Bring that head between the shoulders. Breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. Breathing for 3. As you finish that exhale, look between your hands, step your feet up. Inhale, half lift, look forward. Exhale, head to knees. Inhale, come all the way up to a standing position. Reach to the sky, palms together, look at your thumbs. And exhale, hands to heart center. Good. We're going to do some similar ones. Keep opening those hips and working those knees. Inhaling, hands up, palms together, look at your thumbs. Exhaling, fold forward, bringing the hands down to the mat, head to the knees. Inhale, look forward. Step your right foot back to a runner's lunge. Knee down if you want. Now, you're going to come right up to that crescent pose. Open the arms. We're going to take a warrior 2, but this time, instead of looking at the front hand, which would be our left hand, we're still in that runner's lunge. You're going to look back to the right hand, and you should feel a nice deep stretch right through here in the right hip. Breathing for 1, 2, and 3. Exhale, pinwheel your hands to the floor. Inhale, come to plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale to up dog. Exhale to down dog. Inhale, step your left foot forward. Inhale, step your right foot forward, runner's lunge. Inhaling all the way up. Exhaling, open the arms, look back. Sink those hips, press out through your right heel. Breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. And 3. Exhale, hands to the floor. Inhale to plank. Exhale to chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Exhale to down dog for 3 breaths. Breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. Work that belly to the thighs. Spread your fingers. Press down through your index fingers. Breathing for 3. As you finish that third exhale, look forward. Step your feet between your hands. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, bow your head to the knees. Inhale, stand up slowly. Reach all the way up, palms together. Look at your thumbs. And exhale, bring the hands to heart center. Good. So from here, bring your hands to your waist. Inhale, step out with a wide stance and turn your toes in towards each other. Now this one is more for the shoulders. We're going to do a warm-up pose and then we'll do the full expression. So with your hands on your waist, squeeze your shoulder blades together, lift your chest. And exhale, fold forward. Now, as you work your head to the floor, I know this can be intense on the hamstrings. I want you to really work those elbows back towards each other like you're squeezing your shoulder blades. 3 deep breaths. Breathing for 1. 2. Squeeze those elbows. And 3, lift your head. Inhaling, come up to a standing position. Now we're going to go a little bit deeper. Inhale, bring your arms out. Exhale, interlace your fingers behind your back. Inhale, straighten your arms, roll the shoulder blades back towards each other, and then exhale, fold forward, bringing your head down to the mat as you lift your hands up off your back. Breathing for one. Work those hands to the floor. Breathing for two. Breathing for three. Inhale, lift your head. Slowly come up to a standing position and exhale, bring your hands to the waist. That's my favorite shoulder stretch. And let's come back to the front of our mat. Now this pose is a balancing pose, but it's a really great shoulder opener and it's a really great stretch for the hip. So let's bring the weight of your body into your left leg. Place your left hand on your waist and just grab your right foot. You can go against the wall too. If you need to just bring that left hand to the wall, you can go ahead because this is more of a stretch than it is a balancing pose for this class. So we're going to grab that ankle or foot. We're going to send that foot back. Really try to squeeze the muscles in the back on this side. And as you try, your leg is stronger than your arm. So you want to use your foot and push it back into the hand as you squeeze that foot and get that chest and shoulder stretch right here. Reach your left hand up, look up, 3 breaths. Breathing for 1, 2, and 3. Good. Exhale, slowly release. Let's do the other side. Shift your weight into your right leg. Go ahead and grab that left foot. Push that left foot back. Use those muscles in that leg to help stretch open the shoulders. Squeeze the foot. Reach up with your right hand and look up. Breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. And 3. Good. Exhale and release. Nice job, everybody. We're going to do some poses on the floor now. Inhale, hands up, palms together. Look at your thumbs. Exhale, fold forward, hands to the floor. Bow your head to your knees. Inhale, look forward. Step it back to plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. This is a great hip opener, but it's also intense on the shoulders. So let's inhale and lift that right leg up and bend the knee, opening the foot to the left side. Press down through your left heel, tuck your chin into your chest, and look for your right foot from underneath your left armpit. Lift that knee as high as you can. 1, 2, and 3. Exhale, bring it down. Press down through the right heel. Inhale, reach that left leg up and take the foot over to the right side. Lift the knee, press down through your right heel, look towards your foot. Breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. And 3. Good. Exhale and go ahead and bring that foot down. Bend your right knee in towards your belly, come into a plank position, and exhale, place your right knee down between your hands. Slide your left leg back so the thigh is on the mat, and then relax your left leg. Pull your right foot forward slightly and lean over your left. So you should be wringing out the right hip and then opening this left hip from the front side in this half pigeon posture. Inhale, lift your head, slight arch of the back. Exhale, fold forward. Come down to your forearms or rest all the way down, letting gravity do the work for us. Let's take 6 deep breaths here. Breathing for 1. 2. 3. 4. 6. Inhale, lift your head, slowly walk your hands up. Now we're just going to bend that left knee. Take your right hand, place it by your shin. So it's on the inside, near your ankle. And then you're going to take your left hand, grab your left foot. Same hand, same foot, and pull that leg in to get a better stretch in your left hip. If you want to go deeper, go ahead, hook the elbow, reach around. And if you know a deeper pose, go ahead and take it. Look up, breathing for 1. 3 breaths. 2. And 3. Good. Exhale, slowly release. Don't worry, we're probably not going to do many more down dogs, so your shoulders can take a break. We're just going to take this left leg and swing it from behind all the way around in front so that that left foot is to the outside of the right thigh. And then make sure both sits bones are grounded. If they're not, go ahead and grab that pillow, shove it under the hip that's up high so you have something to kind of press into. Inhale, take your right arm up. Exhale, go ahead and take the right elbow to the outside of that left thigh. Bring your left hand to the floor behind your back and twist, look over your left shoulder. So this can be really intense on the outer hip on that left side. It can also be intense for the shoulder, but the shoulder needs a good stretch after those down dogs. Breathing for 1. Give your eyeballs a stretch to the left. Breathing for 2. Breathing for 3. Exhale, release. Now we're going to take a deeper version of the seated posture that we started with. So you're going to take that left foot, slide it back, trying to stack one knee on top of the other so that the outer edges of both feet are resting on the mat. You may not be able to get there. That's okay. One day you will, but either way, you should feel a really deep stretch in the glute right there underneath the sits bone, kind of to the outside a little bit. Now we're also going to deepen the shoulder stretch that we did earlier when we started. The left knee is on top, so if you want to do this pose on your own, you make sure that whatever knee is on top is the elbow that is bending up to the ceiling. And then you're going to take your right arm and bring it under. If you cannot bind your hands together, then go ahead and grab your shirt or use a towel or a strap. Inhale, look up. Press your head into your elbow and breathe here for 3. Once you get into the full position. Breathing for 1. 2. And 3. Good. Exhale and slowly release. And we're going to go right back into our pigeon pose to transition into downward facing dog. So curl those left toes and just press into down dog. Bend one knee at a time. Press down through your right heel. Inhale, bring your left leg up high and then bend that left knee. Bring it over to the right side. We already did that, so we're just going to bring the left knee into the belly and to plank and then place the left knee down. Slide that right leg back, trying to get your thigh, the quadricep on the mat. Wiggle that left foot forward. And on an exhale, you're just going to rest down onto the elbows or on the forehead for 6 slow, deep breaths. Breathing for 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. And 6. Good. Inhale, lift your head, walk it up. Take your left hand by your shin. Bend your right knee. If you want to go deeper, grab your right foot with your right hand to open that shoulder, or go deeper, hook the elbow, reach around and bind your hands. If you know a deeper version than that, you can take it. Everybody, no matter where you are, look up. Breathing for 1, 2, and 3. Exhale, release. Take your right leg, swing it from behind to the front and take it to the outside of your left thigh. Good. And then we're going to inhale, bring that left arm up. Exhale, take the left arm across the body, hooking the elbow or armpit to the outside of the right thigh. Bring your right hand to the floor behind your back. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, twist as far over your right shoulder as you can. Breathing for 1, 2, and 3. Exhale, release. Good. And then we're going to stack that right knee on top of the left knee, sliding your right foot back, grounding down into both sits bones. Inhale, we're going to take the right arm up. Notice how I looked at the knee to make sure that the right knee was on top so that the right elbow goes up. The left elbow comes under. Go ahead and bind your hands. And look all the way up to the sky for 3 slow, deep breaths. Breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. And 3. Good. Exhale. Release the arms. Inhale. Take that right leg back to pigeon pose. Exhale here. Inhale into downward facing dog. Last down dog, I promise. But first, let's get it right. Spread those fingertips wide. Tuck your chin to your chest and pull your head between your arms as you lift your hips and press down through the heels. 3 slow, deep breaths. Breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. And 3. Good. Look forward and walk yourself through to a seated position and straighten your legs. Good. So if you have knee issues, meaning that you have limited mobility in your knees, go ahead and grab that pillow. If you don't have a pillow, you just have a block, go ahead and use the block. You're going to take that pillow and stick it underneath your left butt cheek. Okay? And then you're going to take your right knee and bend it back like this. Roll your right calf away from your thigh. Good. And sit up nice and tall. This is option 1 with the pillow. If you're just working a deeper version and your knees are okay, we're going to sit down on the ground. Both sits bones are grounded. As you send your hips back, we're going to exhale, fold forward, bind your hands around the bottom of your foot. Go ahead and take 3 slow, deep breaths here. Breathing for 1. 2, and 3. Inhale, lift your head. Exhale, release. Now, if you're on the pillow, you can just go ahead and try, if you can, to bend your left knee and bring it on top of your right thigh. So this is as far as you're going to go. If you have more mobility, you're going to take that left foot, and bring it on top of the right thigh into the hip crease. And you're going to take your left arm around your back, try to grab for that foot. And then your right hand comes to the floor next to your thigh. And everybody, no matter where you are, look over your left shoulder. Breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. And 3. Good. Exhale, straighten the legs. This time I'm going to demonstrate the modified version. So we're going to take that pillow and bring that right sits bone onto the pillow. And we're going to bend the left knee back. Good. And you can just stay here. Roll your left calf away from your thigh. Work the knees. Ground down into the hips. If you want to take it all the way down to the floor, no pillow. Ground those sits bones. And exhale, fold forward for 3 slow, deep breaths. Breathing for 1. Breathing for 2. Breathing for 3. Good. Take that right foot, bring it onto the left thigh. You can stay here and just look over your right shoulder. If you know that deeper version, go ahead and take that foot into the hip crease and bind your hand. Everybody look over your right shoulder. Breathing for 1, 2, and 3. Good. Exhale and release. Straighten both legs. Keep that pillow handy because we're going to use it again. So straighten your legs. Good. And slowly tuck your tailbone. Roll on down to your back, one bone at a time. And we're just going to do a gentle hip stretch here into pose of, or happy baby pose. So grab the arches of your feet, pull down into the feet. So you're working your knees down to the mat on either side of your torso. Legs should be at about a 40 or 90-degree angle and rock from side to side. Feel that stretch in those inner thighs and hip creases. And then bring your knees together. So we're going to work on plow pose. We're going to skip shoulder stand. But if you don't know plow pose or you're new to poses on your back with your legs in the air, you can do this with your hands underneath your hips. Or if that's too challenging for you, just bring a pillow underneath your hips. And then you can just work it here. And that reverse flow of blood is going to be really good for you. So that's modified versions. If you want to do full plow or halasana with me, we're going to bring those feet over the head, interlace your fingers, and press your palms down to the mat. Now wiggle your shoulder blades together, slightly lift your chin. We're going to hold 6 breaths, whichever pose you choose. Breathing for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Good. Slowly lower down. If you have that pillow underneath your back, remove it now. And we're going to lower, lower, lower. Bend the knees. As the feet come down to the mat, open the knees out to the sides. Bottoms of the feet are coming together. Hands press into the inner thighs, shoulder blades tuck up underneath the body, and you're going to close your eyes. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Hold it. Exhale through the mouth. Again. Inhale slowly through the nose. Fill your lungs completely. Hold it. Exhale through the mouth. Last one. Inhaling. Hold it. Exhaling. Like a balloon, deflating to the earth. Spread your feet about the width of your mat. Bring your arms down by your sides. Close your eyes. And let the body become soft. Let the body feel heavy as you rest here on the mat for a few more moments. Don't let the thoughts come yet. Don't let the thoughts grow. Just relax. Maybe listening or noticing your breath as it gently moves in and out, letting that chest gently rise and fall. Take the next few moments to enjoy a clear mind before you move on with the rest of your day. And then when you're ready, slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Gently turn your head from side to side, loosening your neck. Stretch your arms over your head like it's your first morning stretch. And slowly bring your knees into your chest so you can rock from side to side. And roll on over to one side when you're ready. Slowly and gently push yourself back up to a comfortable seated position and bring your hands to heart center. Thank yourself for giving yourself the gift of your yoga practice today. You made it to your mat, you did the best you could, and you are better for it. And I thank you for coming and showing up on your mat and taking this class with me. May you all go with peace. Namaste.